Hello, happy Monday. We're coming up on August very soon. So today I want to do the reading for August and, of course, the weekly reading. But while we're waiting for everybody to get logged on here, I'm hopping over to my page so I can share this video. I am not as up as I usually am today. I have had some stomach issues over the weekend, but past that, I'm already feeling August. This morning when I was walking around in the kitchen getting my coffee to start the day, I was like, fall. Fall's almost here. I feel fall. I love fall. And so that was a very nice check-in point there for me. Just have to get through this crazy ass month that's coming up and we'll be in fall. One last share here and then I will be with you and ready to start the readings. Into my postcard so I can actually see my buttons at the bottom of the screen. I can't do a full sheet of paper for my notes when I'm doing these. I have to have little cards with just like little bullet points on them, or else I will sit there and I will read. As long as I have a bullet point to remind me where I am, I'm usually pretty good with this. So hi! Happy last day of July and happy August before I talk to you again, which will be on Wednesday. And I am Lindsay Baldessano, in case you don't know me, and I'm from Super Secret Powers Coaching. It's that kind of day. And I help empaths, intuitives, sensitive women, and I help them master their relationship to their gifts, their dreams, and their soul purpose. Because once you get in that very, very sweet spot of center and you know how to get back there on a daily basis, you're going to just unleash your inner priestess self, your really badass, fiercely sensitive person, divine self. You're going to stop getting derailed by life's ups and downs, and you're going to have the confidence to just say what you want to say and just let the words fall out as the song goes. So today we're doing the monthly reading for August, and we're also doing the weekly reading. Now, this is a big month. Now, if you've already subscribed to Elizabeth's Peru tip-off, this is the month that you want to be on there, and you want to be checking that daily, and you want to be handling the tip-off tips, like she says. You want to be doing that journaling or that kind of introspection work every day. As we go forward in time, a lot of this is going to start next week. This week, we're kind of preambling. This week we're getting ready for things. Only this week are we entering the Mercury retrograde shadow. So last week we were preparing. Last week we were seeing possibly like what's going to come up. Hi, Kim. Hi, Maria. How are you? I'm glad you got home, Kim. we were watching, and I was talking to Andrea about it. She's actually here today. Want to say hi, Andrea? Hello. Oh, and now we got the dog barking. But we're just warming up into the Mercury retrograde part of it, and we're really going to be in the investigation phase right now. We are going to be in the what loose ends need to be tied up. And we're going to be able to do some prep work for that before my Mercury retrograde starts next week. The first eclipse is next week. And that eclipse is just going to start. And there's one other little, I think it's a conjunction that's coming up this week, that's really going to start putting us on our game as we go further in the week and into this retrograde season. Or I'm sorry, I'm reading my comments and talking. Apparently today I can't do that. A bit of a luxury from tumultuous state, yeah. Well, at least, some small blessings. I mean, you got to see at least Andrea, I know. And yeah, no, it's the day. My stomach's doing most of my talking for me today. So I'm just like, I'm here. This is why I write notes out. I'm showing up. I'm present. I'm going to deliver what messages are here. All right. But the eclipse that's coming up next week, that's not the big show. The big show is happening later in the month. But everything that's happening this week is going to get us, it's going to push us. That's what's going to happen. It might be uncomfortable. You might think you're getting off center because all of a sudden you are more intolerant of some things. But since we're here at this point, we'll look at the cards for the weekly reading. Yeah, so storm fields. So it might feel uncomfortable. People might seem more irritable than usual. Things might not flow as smoothly as you would like them to. But this whole month is gearing us up toward discovering what really matters to us. We're going to have internal investigations into trust. We're going to have internal investigations into our authenticity, our shadow side, our soul healing, our independence. There's going to be a lot of internal work and a lot of internal realignments that are happening. We're going to find out what matters, what we're going to burn for, what we're going to die for, what we're going to be a fool for. Because, you love your kids enough, you want to be a fool for them sometimes. They act goofy to make your point. What do you want to be a fool for in life? What's the revolution that you're starting? That's what this month is about. So this week, we got the storms because we're gearing up towards something bigger, something more intense. But then we have the energy of Bast coming in. Independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. And we have Stay Strong from the Messenger Oracle deck. That's 3 out of the 4 cards that I draw per week. So this is about you. And this whole month, even though it might be a little bit crazy and you're always looking outward to see what's being triggered inside yourself, no, this is all about the internal journey. And the internal journey really comes into perspective here because it's big eclipse at the end of the month is going to be about leadership. It's coming from the retrograde of this I'm looking at comments again. Hello, Melinda. One thing at a time today. The eclipse is coming at the end of the month. Will be in a position where it's tapping into the energy of the star Regulus, which is leader. Rex, Reg, Regina, these are all names and titles that we use around kings and queens. So we're looking at leadership. We're looking at, oh, there's my dog. Xander's talking to me today. He actually is talking to Andrea, but we're looking at not only the leadership external to us. Thank you, Andrea. She's taking Xander for a walk. But we're looking at how we can tap into our own inner leadership, how we can be a leader in our lives, in our families, in our workplaces. Again, going back to that whole revolution. What's going to matter for you? What's going to spark this desire in you to say, I want to stand up. I have to be one of the people who stands up for this. Yeah, well, Xander is awfully, awfully cute. But he's a noisy little cuss. And as we're going through those storms, we want to aim for something higher. We want to aim for what we really want. And this is going to refine over this next month. So, get what you can out of inspiration for what you think life is going to be like if it were perfect. What is that end goal? Have that vision in mind. That's the 10 of Cups. So emotional fulfillment. So aim for it. Don't expect it. but just keep aiming for it this week because everything changes next week. Now the month in general, I think the cards and the spirits were being very kind when I drew this for the cards for the whole month, because it's such a huge month and we're going to be all over the place, and we need to really stop and pay attention to what's going on so we can tackle some of these things as they're coming. So we can say like, I know I'm feeling way out of alignment with my husband. Every little thing seems to be getting on my nerves. Well, first let's go inward, because this is crazy. He's been doing this all this time, like all the while. Why is it such an issue right now? It's an issue right now because of the way the cosmos is just sending us messages to come back into alignment. So we can't take it personally. We can't take it like, woo, way out there. We have to just keep coming back, take that deeper look. All right, but the cards for this month, we have Wishing Well from the Enchanted Map deck. We have the energy of the Butterfly Maiden, so transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings, from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. And from the Messenger Oracle deck, we have Surrender to the Flow. Little ladybug on a leaf in the stream of life and energy in the cosmos. So this isn't about making sure everything meets our expectations this month. This week, we might feel that way. Like I said, next week, everything changes. This week, there's going to be a lot of energy aligning us to look at what we haven't been looking at. And, you know, if it hits you the wrong way, you might even think like you're being a ruthless bitch. Why does this matter so much right now? Just journal it. Keep it in your back pocket, that question. Make this a month-long exploration. It doesn't have to be answered this week. It doesn't have to be answered next week. Just hold that intention in your field. Say, why? What do I need from this? What is this? And just hold it. Because the minute we start reacting to it is the minute we're going to get totally off base. The cosmos doesn't really react like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Here's your big life lesson and everything that you ever need to know about it. We have to live it. We have to seek it day by day, moment by moment, breath by breath, come into alignment, and then come into alignment again. And to help, to help to do that, but I did want to also make note that we will have 5 planetary bodies in retrograde as we go through these next few weeks. So lots of realignment. We're going to have Saturn, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, and then next week we'll have Mercury all in retrograde. And they will be in retrograde for 2 weeks before I think it's Saturn goes direct. So again, we're looking at realigning our authenticity. We're looking at lots of shadow side and past healing. We're looking at spiritual meaning, realigning with that. We're looking at independence. When Mercury goes retrograde, we're looking at our communications and how we're presenting ourselves and our wants and our desires and how we're going out and getting what we want from the world. Big realignment for that. And Chiron, the asteroid Chiron is also in retrograde, which is the healer. So, might not always feel comfortable. Can't change shit into roses without turning it into manure first. This is about transformation. Transformation. Butterfly Maiden. Wishing well. Because there's potential for great manifestation in this transformation. But we always have to surrender to that flow. I know. I'm a little irreverent today, Kim. It is a beautiful message. But it's just that I opened my Facebook. Oh, I sound like an NEPA. I opened up the Facebook today. When I opened up my wall, it's just there's so many people, and I feel it and I hear it. It's got the whole empath thing. and they're all striving and yearning and like, what's wrong with me today? And I'm like, there's nothing wrong. It's just that time of year where we ask those questions and we want to take that deeper journey and we want to find that soul spark that's going to create great change in our lives. This year is a little bit more prominent than last year, but 2 years ago, the eclipse season, like that realigned my whole life. And you can't always predict what's going to happen, and we shouldn't. This is not something to go over analyzing planning mode. This is not something to have 50,000 readings drawn for. You have to live it and you have to breathe it and just keep finding that center. Oh, good. Melinda has already has a butterfly connection. Talking to Andrea too here.
She has one that follows her around. Lands on our toes and everything.
Yeah, Andrea reminded me that the butterfly landed on your toe last week. You were sitting outside and you put your feet up and the butterfly came and landed right on your toe. No, if that's not synchronicity, I don't know what it is.
It did it again.
And it came up in one of the readings I did last week too. Somebody had a big butterfly connection, so definite transformation for everybody. We can't get down on ourselves, and we can't let all the little itty bitty triggers get in the way of the bigger message. And on that note, I do want to remind everybody I have a daily meditation up in my Inner Priestess library, and it's free. All you have to do is sign up for the library. Sorry, the laughter just won't go away. I'm really loving the reading. I am in a really weird place right now. Do not read into it. I'm sorry, Kim. But the Inner Priestess, I will drop the link for the Inner Priestess library so you can get that meditation. It is the one tool that I always go back to, whether it's high vibe times like this or whether it's slow going times, just to get that deeper perspective, just to be able to give myself the space in a given day to say, what is it that I need today? What's going to bring me deeper into my power, deeper into my center, and what's really going to rock today for me? And sometimes it's gratitude, and sometimes it's a little bit more joy, and sometimes I need to just be more open. Because hiding behind shields isn't going to do it for us. It's not going to get us the up level and the change we need. We need big energy. So grab that meditation in the Inner Priestess library. I am drawing a winner for the giveaway for the bottle pendant tonight. That is tonight. Today is the last day for that giveaway. So get into the giveaway. You'll love it. And I want to remind everybody that I am holding a workshop on Friday afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Thriving in High Vibe Times. So we're going to be covering this topic a little bit more in depth. I'll be talking more in depth about what actually the influences might be for this month, but also how to stay flowing, how to use things like that meditation to create a daily practice that's going to keep you from falling off the wagon every time this eclipse season comes. It'll be in my free Thriving and Free Empaths group. That's where it's going to take place. And we'll drop the link for the opt-in for that. But I'm only going to leave the replay up for that for this weekend. And then I'm going to take it down and I'm going to make it like a $10 product on my website. So if you want it free, get in this weekend, opt in for the library, and opt in for the workshop, Thriving in High Vibe Times. And I will see you on Wednesday with some more tips about thriving in these high vibe times as we get a little bit deeper into August. And I will see you there. Yes, congratulations in advance to the winner. Melinda says, awesomeness. I'll draw quick cards here because my stomach has cleared up now that I've gotten my vibe even higher by talking to all you wonderful people. Kim, this was for you. Embrace the masculine, green man there, but I think that's more of the active principle rather than the passive principle, like the yin and yang kind of thing. Embrace the doing. Just be in the flow of doing. Don't let the thoughts stop you right now. You don't even have to stop and think about it. things are going to fall into your path that wouldn't have otherwise if you just keep in inspired action, but momentary. So not just like, maybe I'll do this a week from now. If you get a hit that says like, call Jane, call Jane. Right then, right there, maybe an hour later. Like, don't wait. Thank you. You know, I was surprised. I had to dye it twice in order to get it mostly purplish. It doesn't really look purple in this light here, but it took me like over a month between dyeing and bleaching in order to get it purple and not navy blue. 2 months ago, I tried to dye my hair purple, and I ended up with navy blue hair. So it's an experiment. It's all an experiment. Melinda, and I let Julie cut it. I let my daughter cut it. That was an adventure too, because she kept going in at the back. Because my back is much shorter than my front. She tried to do it angled for me. And she's going in at the back and she's cutting more and more and more. And I'm like, I can almost feel the base of my skull. Stop it. But, yeah. I like it. And it's certainly a lot cooler because I think my hair was down to almost the middle of my back a month and a half ago. All right, Melinda. Messenger Oracle deck. Nourish the soul. Where you're getting all kinds of green light means go kind of cards from me. On Friday, in the Thriving and Freeing Empaths and Intuitives group, I gave you flying, and now you get Nourish the Soul. So this is like go, go, go. If it feels good, do it. Do more of it. Forget about some of the other things for the next 2 weeks and just go and relish in it. I don't know if I can actually get around enough for you to see the back, but it's like up to here. And then I have the longer bits, and then the sides are much longer. Okay. I don't see anybody else on at the moment. So, oh, I'm okay. I'm remiss. Andrea's actually here, and I didn't draw her a card. Okay.
I'm left out.
Green light means go. Nourish the soul. I'm sorry, but my spirit helpers and my connection, it's not like, oh, you'll be healed one day when you believe enough. It's like, ha ha. My spirit guides can be very sarcastic. All right. Okay. With that, roll with the punches. Love you. I will see you Wednesday with more high vibing tips, and I will drop the links for the free workshop and for the giveaway and the library. No, I can't make this shit up. That's how you know it's real. I am an imaginative person. I write. Can't make this shit up still. Love you, ladies.